Okay. Yes. I'm up. I'm up, baby. Vegas Grand Prix. It is. It's 5-4 here in the UK. I did fall asleep. I'm up now. I'm up. Oh, wow. How you doing, Chef? How you doing, Legend? Oh, my God. I was asleep. Grabbed a cup of coffee. I didn't do the thing where I stayed up. Some people stay up. Yes, Chef. Vegas, baby. Legend, welcome. Nice to have you in the chat, my friend. Zozo, all right. Yes, I'm up. I'm up. I rolled out. I did that thing where I said, you know, I'm gonna grab, you know, a few hours sleep before the race. And I did. I had like 3 hours sleep. I think it was a mistake because I had about 3 hours sleep and then got in the studio. And I feel that I'm not sure I should have gone. I'm not sure I should have had some sleep. I should have stayed awake. How you all doing? It's Vegas. It is Vegas, and let me tell you, what a crazy top 10 we've got. Lando Norris P1, Max Verstappen P2, Carlos Sainz with an incredible P3. George Russell P4, Oscar Piastri P5. Can he do anything from there? This is a great track to overtake on. So, Liam Lawson, great qualifying performance. P6, out-qualifies his teammate Hadjar. Fernando Alonso, we've got an Aston Martin up on the 4th row there in P7. Isaac Hadjar P8. Charles Leclerc, not a good qualifying from him. That Ferrari does not look good. And don't worry, we're getting to Lewis Hamilton in just a minute. That's P9 for Charles Leclerc. P10, Pierre Gasly. Then we've got Hulkenberg, then Stroll, Ocon, Behrman, Colapinto, Albon, Antonelli, Bortoleto, Yuki Tsunoda, and Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton, what a qualifying it was for him. That Ferrari just not in good shape. Was not good in the wet. You know, but the Lewis Hamilton qualifying situation, it was it was full wet, extreme wet tires. Lewis Hamilton's qualifying though was crazy. So he made it across it's weird. You've got a start line and a finish line, right? And they're about 30 yards away from each other. Lewis made it over the timing line. He could have completed one more hot lap in those wet conditions yesterday. He went over the line. It was green. And then the red, he got the red signal, but it wasn't actually for him. It was just a signal that there was no more time left. He could have carried on, completed another hot lap. It was a big mistake. It was a big mistake. Hey, Choosy Music, you got 3 hours sleep. Yeah, me the same. And yes, yeah, extreme wets. I mean, how many times have we seen the full wets, the full extreme wets this season? I can't remember the last time. Even Spa, they didn't, did they? Because they still came out in the intermediates, didn't they, I think, at Spa. I think, Chef. So, yeah, this is a good one. It's worth only having a few hours sleep. It's Vegas, baby. So, my predictions are George Russell, P1. Yeah, that's right. Spa was a perfect opportunity to clear the track using full wet, and they didn't do it. No, they didn't. They made us wait. I remember I was streaming. I was streaming for about an hour, but they just delayed the race by about an hour and a half, and we were just streaming the whole time, just chatting shit basically for an hour. Well, we chatted shit. We were discussing all things Formula One, but we were just watching the rain come down, waiting for the race to start. I mean, it was so wet yesterday. Track looks absolutely bone dry now, though. Carlos Sainz, so starting from P3. Last time he started in, was it Baku, I think? He started last time he had a really good qualifying, I think it was Baku. He qualified P2. Finished P3. Can we see another podium from Carlos Sainz? Oh, I love Vegas. Lando Norris been flawless, actually, again. Like a third weekend in the row. Yeah, Lando Norris really not put a foot wrong. Taking his title charge. I mean, it says to lose now. What is he? 26 points ahead. Max Verstappen going to try and keep him honest. Yes, Legend, the track looks good. Yeah, dry. I would have liked a wet race though. I'm not gonna lie. I would have liked a wet race. Here we go. Here we go.
Lewis is actually starting 19th, and that's an angle, which doesn't help.
So Lewis Hamilton right at the back of the grid.
Let's see how he gets on. Let's see how we do tonight. It's the Las Vegas Grand Prix. It's lights out and away.
Okay, we're off. Lando gets away clean. Max Verstappen shuts the door on Verstappen. Carlos Sainz holds third. It's gone wide. Norris has gone wide. Loses his place to Max Verstappen. And now Carlos Sainz is putting a move on Norris. Wow. It's wheel to wheel with the Williams. Oh, and he's through. Carlos Sainz has made the move stick on Lando Norris. Norris down to P3. Oscar Piastri's also lost places in that start, down to P7. Hadjar has had a fantastic start, up to P5. Lawson P6. Hamilton, great start, is up to P13. Cheers, chef. What a great start by Hamilton. Verstappen leading the race from Russell. Carlos Sainz down to P4. It's the Mercedes of George Russell up to P2. I think I said it was Carlos Sainz. I'm a little bit tired. A little bit tired. Verstappen out in P1, Russell P2. Terrible start for Norris. Yellow flag. Somebody's lost a wing. Hamilton up to P12 from starting, well, 19th, even though he did qualify dead last. He's up to P12. Virtual safety car, bunching them all up again now. So, I mean, to be fair, it's a the biggest movers. I mean, Hadjar's up to P5 as well. Now we're going to add a little bit of data for your screens. So we have also got now positional change. So we've got this, so you can see the biggest movers now. So Hamilton made up 7 places on that opening lap. Behrman up 7 places to P7 from P14. Incredible start for Behrman. Incredible start for Hamilton. Oh, yeah. Lawson. Looked like he caused an incident there. So Piastri and Lawson seemed to bang wheels, but I don't think that was anything to do with Piastri. There's no way that was Piastri's fault. Yes, Legend. Hamilton using hards. Yeah, it's the only move, isn't it? It's the only move when you're that far back. He wants to try and do a one-stop. Try and make a one-stop work. I mean, Leclerc's P8. So Hamilton getting up to P12. And there's going to be more safety cars, I would have thought, for the end of this race. Going to play a big part in this race. We can see Verstappen he's quickest in the first sector, second sector. This early stage of the race. Hola! Yes, Emma! Yes, Emma! Welcome! It's so nice. It must be it's probably a reasonable time for you, isn't it? In Australia. I have I've literally rolled out of bed. Yeah, chef. Hamilton, P12. He's up 7 places. Oh, well, he actually qualified P20, didn't he? But because I forget who started from the pit lane, but yes, he's up 7 places. Yes, Emma, I'm glad you're with us, my friend. Honestly, I've had about 3 hours sleep and then rolled out of bed. But it's been an exciting start. We saw Norris. Oh, perfect. 3:10 in the afternoon. How good's that for you, Emma? Brilliant. Terrible start for Norris, though. Dropping out P3. Verstappen up to P1. I know. 3 hours. Oh. Grabbed a coffee. And I've had a load of biscuits. I'm not even, I was hungry. So I've eaten a load of hobnobs. Chocolate hobnobs. See you in a sec, Summer. So Carlos Sainz still holding P4. Hadjar, great start from him. Hadjar up 3 places to P5. To be honest, I think people like Lewis Hamilton. Well, not people like us. I mean, I'm talking about Lewis Hamilton. I think he would have been grateful for the rain today. Oh, Hamilton putting a move on. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Leclerc. Leclerc put a move on Behrman. Thought it was Hamilton on a charge. I need to wake up. No, it's a good move that Leclerc on Behrman. That's putting him up to P7. Chipping away. Oh yeah, Chef literally just talked about it. Just mentioned it. Hey Sal, no mince pies. No mince pies. Not yet. Chef said Behrman ahead of Leclerc. Let's see if he can hold it. We literally just watched Leclerc, didn't we? Put a move on him. Yeah, lose it. You said it. Leclerc's on a charge. I mean, Hamilton's. I'd like to see Hamilton continue his charge. He's right on the gearbox of Ocon. Max Verstappen, Russell, only is still within a second of Verstappen. It's going to be a great. It's a good track this for Russell. He's within 3 tenths. He's all over the gearbox of Max Verstappen now. Turn 15. Like I said, this is a good track for both of these guys. Norris is falling back now. Norris is 2.6 seconds behind Russell now. But yeah, this is a good track for the Mercedes. I'm trying to find a comfy spot where I can look at it. I look tiny now. I've got my feet up. I look like I've got a floating head. But I won't see all the data. Wow, Russell keeping Verstappen honest. He's all over the gearbox of Max Verstappen. Norris is losing so much time. He's going to be 3 seconds. He's nearly 3 seconds behind Russell already. Running on the mediums. Russell's on the mediums. Hulkenberg in P10's running the hards. That's interesting. Hamilton's on the hards. All the potential one-stop strategies. Might be some surprises there. So we're actually watching a little bit of onboard footage with Lewis Hamilton chasing down Ocon. Let's go, Stemmer. So currently lap 8 of 50. Yeah, Albon. Yeah, it was a bit of a shame when he put it in the wall yesterday because he was looking super quick. I mean, so where's Albon now? P13. He's up 3 places, isn't he? That's pretty decent. Yuki Tsunoda's up 4 places. But yeah, Albon was looking really quick, wasn't he, in qualifying? And then, well, quick for a wet qualifying session, but he was definitely looking competitive. And one mistake, car snapped into the wall, and that's not what you want in Vegas. Not very forgiving, these walls. I mean, Williams having a Williams in the top five. Honestly, they'll be absolutely stoked with that. They'll be so pleased. Oh yeah, it was definitely I thought it was going to happen as well. I thought, yeah, I thought they both looked really good. I thought Sainz was going to get pole. Actually, it was only, wasn't it? It was only Norris having basically having the latest lap available and the time available. Both him and Verstappen just pipped him, but I thought Sainz was looking good for pole, which would have been brilliant, actually. But it's a good start for Russell. He's up from P4 to P2. Hadjar's had an amazing start. He started P8. He's in P5. So Antonelli has been noted by the stewards for a false start. So it's normally that means he has had a false start, because you can't really, you either have or you haven't, and I think they know. So Antonelli's going to be penalised for that. Antonelli is going to get a penalty for a false start. Yes, Emma, the qualifying session was crazy. It was so wet. Like, I mean, I can't remember what other races. Here's a bit of trivia. Which other Grand Prix this year have we seen the extreme wet tyre? I mean, the actual wet tyre, I don't think we've seen it this season, have we? Intermediate, yeah, sure. Spa. But I don't think we've seen the wet tyre other than yesterday. Extreme wet. When they first came out, Summer, yesterday, for qualifying, it was crazy. Yes, Shaitan. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Lovely to have you with us. Yeah, I know. Behrman and Hamilton, both the big movers, right? At the start of this Grand Prix. Even Russell's up 2 places, keeping within striking distance as well. He's keeping Verstappen honest. Yeah, the wets were definitely the way to go. Brazil last year was so wet. Yeah. Brazil, I love Brazil. I love the weather in Brazil. Because it's a great track, and you just cannot guarantee. Well, you could almost guarantee that it's going to rain. But Vegas, I was a bit shocked. Yeah, great move on Norris by Russell. Nice and aggressive. To be fair, Leclerc's chipping away. Leclerc's move on Behrman was pretty good as well. Hadjar's had a great start. Lawson's had a mare. Lawson and Piastri touched. Caused all sorts of problems. Stroll, Bortoleto. Yeah, it was a Lawson mistake, actually. I think it was the first corner. Verstappen had a great start. But I think he's gonna. I think George Russell though is only 1.5 seconds behind him. I think George Russell can. I'm still. You know my predictions. I said Russell P1, Verstappen P2, and Norris then. Yeah, Norris after having been flawless for the last two Grand Prix, his start today was not great. It's cost him dearly so far. Yes, Chef, it's so true. You can almost guarantee in recent years that it'll rain in Brazil. More so than in Spa, where historically it rains more in Spa. Yeah, it's true. I do like a wet Spa race. I thought they should have let them race in the wets at Spa. I thought there was too delaying the. I wasn't a big fan of them delaying the race because even Max Verstappen said they should have let them race at Spa. Lock up first corner. Yeah. That's not going to do any favours now because he's 2 seconds behind Russell now. Over 2 seconds behind. Pulled out a gap towards Sainz. Charles Leclerc all over Piastri now. Wow. Charles Leclerc's put the move on Piastri. He's made it stick. So that's Leclerc up to P6. Piastri is really struggling for grip. Yeah, Shitan. Lawson, not a good. I mean, look, I'd still pick Lawson over Yuki for the Racing Bulls seat for 2026. 100%. I'd still give it Lawson, but he does have a mistake in him, doesn't he? But in qualifying, he was brilliant. You know, he has a great qualifying, out qualifies his teammate, qualifies P6, and then he has that mistake, lap 1. Yes, Emma. Yeah, you did, didn't you? Your prediction was Max P1, wasn't it? Russell P2. I had Norris P3. I need Max and George to flip around. I had Leclerc P5. Antonelli's the one that's let me down for my prediction. I had Antonelli down as P4. Or did I have him down as P3? No, I had him down as P4. Yeah, Leclerc's on a charge. Legend, he really is. Ocon is a problem for Hamilton. So Leclerc up to P5 now, passing Hadjar. Leclerc is on a move. Oh, do you have Kimi as well? Yeah, Kimi's had a bit of a. He just wasn't strong in qualifying. So Hamilton's passed. Oh, Albon's in the pit. Hamilton's got Antonelli. He's still 4 seconds behind him, actually. Leclerc's gone fastest. Fastest lap of the race for Leclerc. So right now, Verstappen's still holding the fastest times for Sector 1 and 2. Hamilton's got the fastest time for Sector 3. And Leclerc has the fastest lap of the race without putting in any fastest sector times. Oh! So Albon took his own. We're just watching this incident. So Hamilton passes Albon. And then Albon lost his front wing on the back of Hamilton's car. Piastri on the gearbox of Hadjar. Piastri does not look competitive here today at all. You know, he's lost 2 places. He qualified P5. He's down in P7. So we really got to keep an eye on the guys on the hard tires. You know, Hulkenberg's doing well. Hulkenberg managing to stay within within half a second of Alonso on the medium. Antonelli's got a penalty. Yeah, he jumped the start. Yeah, Antonelli jumped the start. That again, another. We've seen 2 rookie errors, haven't we? Really today. Antonelli jumped the start. You've got Liam Lawson, who did what Liam Lawson does sometimes, where he overcooks it and end up taking out like 2 cars. Yeah, Shaitan, I know. Antonelli just found a real groove over the last 2 races as well, wasn't it? He looked good in Mexico City. So Shaitan, I think what happened there was at the beginning, I think Lawson touched wheels with Piastri, and then didn't Lawson cause the incident with Bortoletto into Stroll and Gasly? I mean, it's a shame for Gasly because, you know, Gasly had a good qualifying performance as well. He put that Alpine P10. So, you know, it was a good chance for Gasly to score some points. You go, oh, all right, so I'm off to do some shopping. Buy me something nice. It's nearly Christmas. See you later, Sama. So, Verstappen. P1. Virtual safety car now. They're clearing up the debris from Alexander Albon's front wing from touching the back of Lewis Hamilton's car. Yeah, Alonso keeping it in the points, P9. I think, though, Hulkenberg on the hards, we might see a change in order here. If Hulkenberg can stay within... I mean, if Hulkenberg's on a 1-stop and everybody in front of him is on a 2-stop, and he stays within 22 seconds, Hulkenberg's on for a good result here. Pit stop's what, 22 seconds here? Piastri's put the move on Hadjar. And now Hadjar's coming back at him. Alonso probably should have considered the hard tyre, to be fair. So Alonso, first corner did he get caught in the same incident, Shaitan? Yeah, I mean, he's down 5 places now. He's in P12 now. Oh, he's in the pit. Yeah, pit's going to cost you about 22 seconds. So Alonso's gone out on some fresh rubber, actually, on lap 17. And he's come out on the hards. George Russell's pitting. What choice is he going to go with? So George Russell pitting. I mean, George Russell wanted to get out in front of Hulk. He has. He's just come out just in front of Hulkenberg. He's out on the hard. So all the mediums dropping off about lap 17, lap 18. So Hulkenberg's done 17 laps on these hards. He wants to do, you know, 30 plus laps on these hards for a one stop. So keep an eye on that. Oh, so Alonso didn't get any contact first lap. He just got did he run wide? They haven't. I didn't get to see it. They haven't. I didn't see the replay. Hamilton up to P10, also on the hard. So Hamilton's really got a hit around. If Hamilton's on the one stop, he needs to get to about lap 30. If he's on a one stopper. Yeah, undercut's big here. I'd be interested to see how long Hamilton stays out on these hard tyres. It's come to lap 20. You're not going to get 30 laps out of the medium, that's for sure. The mediums have been going off about lap 18, lap 19. Verstappen, though, he'll give us a good indication of how far you can go on the medium. Colapinto versus Tsunoda incoming. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I mean, to be fair to Yuki, he's up 7 places. So Kimi Antonelli did not know that he had jumped the start. It obviously wasn't intentional, but that's not the point. Rookie error. I just saw the team radio conversation. Yeah, Alonso is actually taking chunks of time. 1 second behind Tsunoda. So Alonso maybe thinking he can take those hard tyres to the end of the Grand Prix. Ocon really causing a problem for Hamilton, even though Hamilton is right on the gearbox of Ocon. We're seeing it now. I think he's gonna have a go here. He's within 4/10. No, thought he was gonna go into turn 5. Oh, so Albon got a 5-second time penalty for an incident with Lewis Hamilton. Shazan said, remember what Alonso said to Ocon years ago? Tell Esteban to fight like a lion. Yeah, exactly. Ocon, he's not making it easy for Hamilton. He's not. Hadjar's coming into pit. So Russell on his new rubber on the hard tyre. He's past Hadjar, hunting down Piastri now. I mean, Piastri, Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, and Verstappen all yet to pit. Albon penalty. That's right, Chef. 5 seconds. It was the incident with Lewis Hamilton. He lost his front wing. He clipped the back of Hamilton. I think that's what he got the penalty for. Oh, I didn't get to see it, but Hamilton has passed Ocon. Colapinto's, Hadjar's rejoined just in front of Colapinto. Yes, Shitan. Hamilton's passed Ocon eventually. Chef says it's time Williams reviewed their driver lineup. They have a competitive package now. Yeah, I mean, I actually think that they do have a competitive package. And I think next year, if they have continued to make strides forward, which I think they will have, I think Carlos Sainz is a good driver, and I think Albon is quick. I think if they've got a decent car, which they will have, we might be surprised. It might be a really good driver pairing for next year. At the end of next year, if Williams are sort of, top 4 team, then yeah. Yeah, I know. See, the thing is, I know, Chef. The thing is, because Albon is quick. I mean, the first half of the season, Albon was really, really very, very good. He scored 70 points for super quickly, whereas Carlos Sainz was only on like 16 points. And Albon was looking very much the better driver. But yeah, I think Albon needs to become more consistent. He needs to find the limit of the car without putting it in the wall. Wow, Charles Leclerc. Oh, nearly touched the back of Carlos Sainz there. Norris pits. Leclerc looks like a man on fire. Sainz in the pits. Norris in the pits. Leclerc. Russell has pitted up to P3. Max yet to pit. Leclerc yet to pit. So Russell, we could find him out in P1 when Verstappen pits. Ooh. So Piastri passes Sainz now. Yeah, you gotta keep an eye on Russell here. Hulkenberg on the hards as well. Wow, it's nice. Yeah, Alonso's move on Yuki was great. Round the outside. Round the outside. Yeah, I think Russell will get ahead of Verstappen here. I think he's undercut him. With that early pit stop. So he's got to just stay within 20. Okay, so it's close. Russell is 20. It's close. 22 seconds between him and Verstappen. So Russell needs to. He probably needs to take. If he can gain maybe 2 seconds on track, I think, or 1.5 seconds, I think he will. The undercut will stick. It's very, very close. It's so close. So Russell is 22.4 seconds. No, Russell's pitted once. So Verstappen has not pitted yet. So Russell's pitted once. Oh yeah, why does it say two? I know what you're looking at on my data. It says he's pitted twice. He hasn't pitted twice. I think Norris is trying to work out whether he is going to need to pit again. Leclerc's in the pit. Leclerc in the pit. Hamilton up to P5. Leclerc, is he going to come out in front of Carlos? So Leclerc out on the hard, so he can go to the end of the race now. So Hamilton yet to pit. Leclerc has pitted. It's so close at the front. If Verstappen pits now, I think he comes out with track position on George Russell by half a second. But now Russell, so Verstappen's in the pits now. This is it. Let's see. 21.5 second gap between him and Russell. It needs a quick stop for Red Bull here. That's a quick stop. That is a good stop. Oh, it's not that good. 3 seconds. It's longer than I thought it would be. That is not a good stop from Red Bull. Russell could retain track position here. And Russell's on warm tyres. We could see Russell out in front. It's going to be close. So we're halfway through. It looks like Verstappen has held track position over Russell by 1.2 seconds. Wow. And it was a slow pit stop. You're right, Shaitan. It was a 3-second pit stop for Red Bull, which is 0.8 slower than normal. I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be closer. I mean, he's managed to retain just over 1 second ahead. Yeah. Wow. It really is. So it is Verstappen Russell head to head for P1 in this race. I mean, Verstappen does have the fresh rubber now though. Russell changed his tyres what 8 laps ago. So Hamilton on his one stop. He's gonna need to. How far ahead? Let's do a quick bit of maths. Two. So Hamilton's only about 13 seconds ahead of Leclerc. So Hamilton does need to pit. The best thing that could happen for anyone who needs to, or for someone like Hamilton, would be a safety car situation. A safety car getting into that window any time over the next few laps. If it's a safety car, Hamilton pits. That'll be good news for him. Piastri struggling. He's trying to chase down Ocon. He's within 8/10 of Ocon now. I mean, Ocon needs to pit. He's done 26 laps on those mediums. Ocon does need to pit. Those tyres will be well off. Yeah, exactly. Ocon's needed to pit for about 5 laps. Shitan, yeah. Hulk, Hamilton, Ocon still have to pit. They do. They do. They were all out on the hards. So Hulkenberg and Hamilton both done 27 laps on that hard tyre. I mean, they're only going to be getting in so at least the 30 laps when they switch to the medium tyre. Well, it just depends how long they can extend this stint on the hard tyre. Yeah, so we've got, yes, a science. Oh, excuse me. So we've got two. So effectively, so I think Leclerc. So I think Sainz is effectively 8th. He's then we've got Hamilton 7th. Hamilton and Hulkenberg yet to pit in front of him. Oh, and Antonelli. So yeah, 6th. You're right. Yeah, Max has got the freshest rubber now, so it's going to be. It's going to take. I don't know. I mean, you always say it's going to take a mistake, but does Max make that many mistakes? Hamilton's in. You're right. Hamilton is in. Quick pit stop. How quick? No, it wasn't that quick. 3.1. So he's got to do 20 laps on the medium.
Beyonce and Jay-Z watching from the back of the Ferrari garage. We're not quite at a lap yet. We'll have 20 laps to go in this race before we can celebrate whoever wins. Just on that Kimi Antonelli thing, what a strategy, really. Longest in the hard C3 stint last year was 33 laps.
That's good news for Hamilton. You're right. He's come out in front of Alonso. He's in the points. So Antonelli, Hulkenberg, they've got to be coming into pit. So effectively, yeah, Hulkenberg's in the pit. Hamilton. Alonso's all over Hamilton. He's fighting Hamilton now. You got Behrman, Alonso, and Hamilton in like a three-way dogfight. It's good racing. Hamilton on the freshest rubber, though. Yeah, I mean, if Hamilton gets in the points after basic qualifying P20, starting P19, I actually think it's a good result for Hamilton. I mean, terrible qualifying, but if he ends up with any points today, I think it's a good result from where he was. Behrman's put a move on Alonso. Nice. So Kimi Antonelli is considering the one-stop strategy after pitting on lap 3, lap 2 or lap 3. Can he make those hards last to the end of the Grand Prix? I mean, that'd be insane. So George Russell had still 3.5 seconds now behind Verstappen. Yeah, Legend. Kimi is crazy. Yeah, Shatanya, you're absolutely right. Like that, the Aston's struggling for race pace for sure. Alonso dropping out of the points. He had good qualifying pace though. In the wet. Lance Stroll as well, both. Lance Stroll was made the mistake of going on the intermediates too early in Q2, didn't he? If he didn't do that, he would have definitely got into Q3. If he'd have stayed on the wets. So Verstappen's got the fastest first sector out of anybody. Norris got the fastest third sector, and Leclerc's got the fastest second sector. And Norris currently has the fastest lap of the race. So Russell, he pitted quite early. And he's going to stay out on the hards for the entire race now. With Norris on a charge here. He's going to be on the gearbox of Russell, like, in momentarily. Russell's going to have to defend. Let's see what you're made of, Russell. Let's see if you can defend Norris for the next 16 laps. That's what it takes. Yeah, well, do you know what, Chef? Kimi, they're considering keeping Kimi out till the end of the Grand Prix. But how? I mean, those tyres, you know, Pirelli have got a problem if those medium tyres, sorry, those hard tyres do like 47 laps. Yeah, I think Pirelli would need to have a little rethink. Norris and Russell battling it for second. I mean, Norris puts the move on Russell, makes it look easy. DRS, pulls out the slipstream into turn 14, made it stick. Easy move for Lando Norris. Russell really wasn't much of a fight. But we did hear on the team radio Russell saying that he did not want to risk a podium. He'd already basically conceded that Norris was quicker and that he would concede that and he'd give Norris that place, start too much of a fight, because George Russell desperately wants a podium. It looks easy. It was an easy move. Not really much you could do. Norris was far quicker out the slipstream, DRS. It was an easy pass for Norris. That's the thing about Vegas. There are good places to overtake. Lap 35 out of 50. So ones to watch now are you have got Hamilton and Hulkenberg on the medium tyre. Hamilton 4 seconds behind Hulkenberg. Hamilton's sitting in P10. Realistic targets. Can he catch Hulkenberg? 4 seconds ahead, next 15 laps. Hulkenberg sits 7.5 seconds behind Hadjar. So Hadjar's going to be too far away for Hamilton to make a challenge. It's really going to be, Hamilton's really going to be fighting for P9 before the end of the race. Sainz looking good for P7. Leclerc, P6. Piastri. The only question mark is what's Antonelli going to do? We know he's got a penalty. We know those tyres are incredibly old. Is he going to pit before the end of the race? Or is he going to try and hold? Which would be incredible if he gets 47 laps out of those hard tyres. But Antonelli is 11.5 seconds behind his teammate Russell, and Piastri is 1.3 seconds behind Antonelli. So Piastri is going to be causing Antonelli a problem. I just can't see Antonelli. Is Antonelli really going to go to the end of the race? That would be like 47 laps on the hard tyre. I mean, should that even be possible? because Kimi Antonelli started on the soft, did 2 laps, and then under the virtual safety car, he had a tyre change, went on the hards. Exactly, Chef. The old splash and dash, right? I mean, I miss those. Do you remember the refueling rig and the splash and dash? And when they got it wrong, and I mean, when you think about how dangerous that refueling was back in those days, fires, wow. But yeah, the splash and dash. That was when pit stops were really. I mean, you didn't realize how dangerous it was back then with those big fueling rigs. So Verstappen pulling out a 5.5 second lead over Norris. Verstappen's making this look easy. Piastri's on the gearbox of Antonelli now. Antonelli's tyres have got to be going off. I mean, yes, Emma. Yes, Emma. 38, lap 38 out of 50. Verstappen with a 5.5 second gap over Norris, who's pulled out a gap, who's actually just nice overtake on Russell, pulling out some clean air between him and Russell. Antonelli's is the one. Antonelli's been out on these hard tyres for 35 laps, holding off Piastri in the battle for P4. Piastri all over the gearbox. And Leclerc is just on the... He's on the back. So Antonelli's tyres have gone. Yeah. Well, Alonso saying bring back the splash and dash. Wow. I'm here for it if they do. Bring back the refuel. Yeah, I'm here for it. Yeah, Antonelli holding up Piastri now. Leclerc. It's great news for Leclerc, though. It's allowed Leclerc to get right on the gearbox of Piastri. Piastri's finally put the move on Antonelli on the outside, but Antonelli shut the door. And then Piastri had a slight lock up, which meant that Leclerc has closed the gap to 0.2. It's 0.2 behind Piastri. Wow, this is exciting. For P4 now, you've got Antonelli, Piastri and Leclerc all fighting. There's only 11 laps left now. Leclerc all over the gearbox of Piastri. So currently Verstappen, Norris, Russell, Antonelli. Antonelli's doing a great job though for Russell. He is holding everybody up. Yes, Oscar, unfortunately for him, his World Driver Championship is... Yeah, it's done. I would say it's definitely over. Yeah, Kimmy's messing up my predictions, Legend. Well, not just Kimmy, to be fair. I actually had Kimmy down as P4. I had Norris's... My top... Look, I got the top 3. I think we've all got the top 3 in the wrong... I had Russell, Verstappen, and then Norris. And we've got Verstappen, Norris, and Russell. I did have Antonelli P4, and I had Leclerc P5. So the rest of it's pretty close. Our top 5 drivers are all, I think we're all pretty close. Yeah, Elijah says, yeah, Sema says done and dusted. It is for Piastri. It's not. Unfortunately, I think this is it. Sayonara to the World Drivers' Championship for Oscar Piastri. I mean, Norris is doing the right thing. Like, if he finishes P2, you know, don't do anything silly. Do not put the car on the wall. Max Verstappen's just putting another fastest lap of the race. Yeah, he's pulling out of a big gap. And to be fair to Antonelli, his tyres must be like driving on marbles. So Antonelli, I mean, he's making these hard tyres last. What's he on now? 38 laps on these hards. There's 9 laps left of this race. I mean, if Antonelli finishes P4 from being qualifying P17, that is quite a remarkable strategy. To get that quick stop in on lap 2 from the softs to the hards under the virtual safety car. And effectively those tyres will have done 48 laps by the end of the race. I mean, to be honest, it really shouldn't be possible. You know, Pirelli do need to sort these tyre compounds out for next year. You know, this is the main problem, that the tyres, I don't agree with mandatory 2 pit stops, but I do think the tyres, they're too good, basically. They need to degrade far quicker, even the hards. You know, the tyres are literally, Pirelli needs to make them, all of them, go off quicker. Oh, so Antonelli does have his 5-second penalty to serve. So effectively, Piastri, Leclerc, and Sainz are all ahead of Antonelli because of the penalty. So effectively, Antonelli is really running P8. Seven laps left. I think Antonelli's going to do it. I think he's going to hold these boys off and he's going to go to the end of the race. But how can we have a situation where you can do, you know, 45 laps or 47 laps of a 50-lap race on one set of tyres? Like, that is not... Look, Pirelli, that's a problem. It really is a problem. It just shouldn't be possible. And it is a Pirelli issue. Trying to get my... I don't know why my focus has gone off. Yeah, I don't understand how we can have a situation where we can actually have a hard tire where you can do 47 laps of a 50 lap race on that tire without it degrading to the point of failure. Like Pirelli need to. Truthfully, the tires need to go off quicker. I mean, it's simple as that. Yeah, Lydon, you're absolutely right. The qualification's so important. I would have liked to seen Hamilton really making some ground with those medium tires. The problem is going on to the medium tires towards the end of the Grand Prix is you lose a lot of the benefit from having the softer compounds because there's so much rubber's been laid down that the hard tire is more effective towards the end of the Grand Prix than it is at the beginning of the Grand Prix, because all the extra rubber means that the harder compounds they just work better, they're stickier. So Hamilton probably didn't get the benefit. Would he have got the benefit if he could have extended that hard tire run and got on the softs? Well, we don't know. We've not really seen the softs here because of the qualifying was all wet. Osemo, you got your top 5. Max, Lando, George, Piastri and Kimi. You got Max, Lando, George, Piastri. So you just need Piastri to get past Kimi and you've nailed it. That's pretty good, that, Sema. I mean, to be fair, you got 4 out of 5 there. So you just need Piastri to get past Kimi Antonelli, and it's possible he's 1.1 second. Oh no, he has, of course, because of the 5 second gap because of his 5 second penalty. Oh, you know what? Because you were so close, Kimi is not going to finish 5th because of his 5 second penalty. Almost nailed it. Almost nailed it. That's pretty good. Pretty good, Sema. Pretty good. We'll be talking about that when we do our roundup show. Yeah, that's pretty good, Sema. I think you're the closest out of everybody. We'll definitely be talking about that in the roundup show, though. My top 3 were the correct top 3, but just in the wrong order. I said Russell, Verstappen, and Norris. And we've got Verstappen, Norris, and Russell. I can't believe Antonelli's still out there. I can't, and I also can't believe Antonelli. Those tyres are 43 laps old. It makes a mockery. But yeah, Sema, that is it. That it's a very good top five. I mean, Antonelli's really has to be in the conversation for driver of the day, doesn't he? I mean, he's up 13 places. You know, so the strategy for Antonelli, I mean, he's made 13 places. Hamilton's made 9 places. Piastri's looks like he's going to finish where he started. Leclerc P6 from making, he's up 3 places, but Leclerc, Piastri have been stuck in this battle behind Antonelli for about 5 laps. So driver of the day, they're talking about Hamilton, Antonelli, and Verstappen. I mean, I think you'd have to give it Antonelli, wouldn't you? Yeah, Leclerc would have taken Kimi if Piastri was not there. And also, Leclerc, how has he not been mentioned in driver of the day? He's driven so well. Yeah, Alonso started P7, down to P13. Not a great weekend. Well, not a great race weekday for Aston Martin, unfortunately. They would look so good in qualifying, looked so good in the wet, didn't they? Lance Stroll looked great as well. So 3 laps to go. Antonelli has done a great job here. 25 in the bin. Yeah. Oh, so Sema said I chose Liam for driver of the day. So I was way off on that one. Franco. And Franco, you know, he hasn't really done anything wrong. Lawson probably is, instead of driver of the day, he was probably dipstick of the day. I'd say. Lawson. Yuki up to P. He's up 6 places. Still not in the points. Still not great. Yuki still, you know, is the writing's on the wall. It's game over for Yuki in Formula One, I'm afraid. Yeah, dipstick of the day is going to be Lawson for sure. Yeah, Leclerc, driver of the day, was top 3 with Hamilton, Verstappen. Yeah, Hamilton. I mean, yeah. I mean, spoiler alert. When we do the roundup show, yeah. Spoiler alert. I think Lawson is going to be that. Lawson's going to be our dipstick of the weekend, I think. Which is a shame because his qualifying performance was good. Yeah. Aston Martin were like, you're right there, Shatanya. Aston Martin were praying for rain. No pace on the straights. Wait till it's got that. Wait till the year 26 car with the Honda engine. I think I'll be solved. Yeah, Antonelli. Hold on to P4. Holding off Piastri, who has been holding off Leclerc. Sainz, respectable, P7. I'm sure he would have liked to have scored more points. Final lap of the race. So Norris has got an issue. So Norris needs to save fuel till the end of the lap. I mean, he's still got a 5-second gap over George Russell. George Russell's not going to catch him. He's not going to lose 5 seconds a lap. Verstappen, though, masterclass. You know, it's actually been a fairly easy race for Max. Yeah, he's dominated from start to finish. It's absolutely. It's been an easy race for Max. You know, Norris, terrible start, dropped down to P3, finishing P2. Verstappen, he's really. It's been a great race for Verstappen. It's a win for Verstappen. It's a win for Verstappen. Yeah, Williams also praying for rain. I mean, listen, if you'd said to Sainz before the Las Vegas Grand Prix, you'll get P7, I think he'd snap your hand off for that. So Norris, he's made it. P2, Russell P3, 3 seconds behind. Antonelli. Obviously, Antonelli finished P4 on track, but he has a 5-second penalty, so which means Piastri is P4. 48 laps, man. 48 laps on those tyres for Antonelli to finish P5. Leclerc P6. Sainz P7. I mean, Carlos Sainz P7. He's got to be happy with that. Even Hadjar P8. He's got to be happy with that. Hulkenberg scoring a point in the Sauber P9. It's decent. It's as much as you can expect. Hamilton P10 from being dead last. Yeah, I wonder what happened to Behrman. Behrman was my driver of the weekend prediction. Not today. Down 6 places. Ocon finishing ahead of Behrman. Alonso, not great. Down 6 places. Yuki Tsunoda, P14, up 6 places. Obviously, Gasly involved in an incident. Lawson involved in that incident. Colapinto, Albon out, Bortoleto out, and Stroll out. Well, that's a great result for Mercedes. A great result for Mercedes, who want P2 in the constructors. Yeah, Toto Wolff will be delighted with that. They've absolutely scored good points. 3rd and 5th. Both cars ahead of both Ferraris. Only Verstappen scoring points for the Red Bull team. Yeah, I think Toto Wolff will be very pleased with that. Yeah, you're right, Chef. Snooky. Sama. Yeah, Suki. I can't even speak. Yuki. Always struggling. I'm so tired. I'm calling him Yuki. I'm calling him Suki. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you're right, Shatan. So, considering he made a rookie blunder for his jump start, which got him the penalty, held up both Piastri and Leclerc, and somehow managed to get P5 even after the penalty got served. Yeah, Antonelli, he's done so well. Yeah, he has. He's done so well there. Look at Max Verstappen. He's gone to celebrate with the team. He's delighted. Absolutely delighted with that win. Yeah, Max Verstappen very, very happy with himself. A good day's work for Max. I don't think Lando will be too worried with a P2. You know, I think he'll be quite happy with that. Bringing home the points, keeping it safe, getting on the podium, P2. You know, Norris has got it's his championship. Yes, Qatar, we've got a sprint weekend. That could make things a little bit spicy. Yeah, that'll make things a bit spicy if we can get Max Verstappen winning the sprint and the race. Yeah, Kimi Antonelli, he's done a remark. But here's the thing, like even though what Kimi Antonelli's done there is quite brilliant, you know, 48 laps on the hard tyre, but surely the hard tyre should have failed, right? Like Pirelli needs to factor in more degradation into these tyres. There has to be a risk of tyre of failure. I mean, you shouldn't be able to do 48 laps on out of a 50 lap race on the hard tyre. I mean, it shouldn't actually be possible, should it? Hopefully next year Pirelli will be able to dial in their tyre compounds where there's more degradation on the softer compounds, and also more degradation on the harder compounds by the looks of it. But that is your podium: Verstappen, Norris, Russell. Oh, Qatar next week at a more normal time, which would be great because honestly, I'm not built for these 4 a.m. starts. Have you seen the Lego Cadillac, the pink Lego Cadillac? Antonelli's only 17 points behind Hamilton. Could catch him. I mean, it's going to be a much more civilized weekend next weekend. Much more civilized weekend. So yeah, congratulations Verstappen. Well done Norris. I think it was a sensible drive for Norris. Didn't risk it too much. Brought the car home P2. Piastri, you know, didn't really seem to see the fight, but did we need to see him fully fighting Antonelli when he knew Antonelli had a 5-second penalty? Leclerc was impressive at times. Nice overtaking manoeuvres. Sainz would have taken P7 all day long if you'd have offered it to him on Thursday. Hadjar scoring some points for the Racing Bulls. Hulkenberg will be delighted with his points. And Hamilton. Terry Crews, I think he's got a link to Cadillac, Chef. Yeah, kick closing on Aston Martin. I mean, do they really want to go past? Do they really want to catch him there? They want that wind tunnel time, don't they? But yeah, Terry Crews, I think he's got some sort of link to Cadillac. The Lego pink Cadillac with the boys. Driven by Terry Crews. Vegas. It's such a crazy event. The fireworks are off. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I'm not even sure. I mean, Aston Martin. I think just like Ferrari in a lot of ways. I think they're all just hanging out for this 26 car. You know, I think a lot of people are just go. A lot of people are just going through the motions now to the end of the season. Alpine. There's only really, I think, Red Bull who have still been really trying to focus on the 25 car. Well, the RB21 or 25 car. It's McLaren aren't even trying, are they? I agree with that, Chef. I mean, I'm watching all the fireworks go off, and they do put on a good show, don't they? Yeah. Aston Martin, what are they currently? P7. Yeah, I, I think they'll take that. I think Aston Martin will take the prize money at P7, take the wind tunnel time. That's probably what they're anticipating. They're not going to want to finish any lower than that, but Haas hot on their really. It's so close between Kick, Haas, and Aston Martin. Obviously, Sauber scoring points this weekend. Haas haven't scored any points, but it's so close between the three of them. Okay, well, Brazil will never leave my season finale heart. Yeah, you see, Brazil's one of my favorite tracks. I do love Interlagos. It's impressive, this dome in Las Vegas, isn't it? It's so clever. The dome with the graphics on it. It's so clever. Yeah, I think Shaitan, I think Adrian Newey will be happy for that amount of wind tunnel time for that 26 car. That's all Newey cares about, I think. And I think Aston Martin on the whole, I think that's it. I think that they've got all their eggs in the 26 basket, the Honda engine, the Newey designed car, the car deal designed chassis. You know, that's what they're working on. I think most teams feel the same way now. What an event, though. What an event. I hope you've enjoyed the Las Vegas Grand Prix as much as I have. It's been a crazy. What we've seen, we've had wet qualifying. We've had disastrous Hamilton qualifying. We've had, you know, midfield teams fighting it out for points, which is nice. Mercedes having a solid Grand Prix. I mean, it's been a great event as well. God, the Americans know how to put on a Grand Prix. Las Vegas, it's been really cool. We will be doing a roundup show, obviously, later on. But for now, I am going to say I need to go back to bed for a few hours because I am gonna pass out. Thank you so much to Chef Shaitan. Who else was with us? Sema, obviously, Sema. Lyjan, Zozo, thank you to all of you for joining us on the live stream. I'll be back a little bit later. I'll see you on the next one.